Hello. Well, it's great to be back in Volusia County, I'll tell you that. I want to thank Senator Tom Wright. Where is he? Right here. You know, when you bring Johnson & Johnson vaccines during Bike Week, the traffic isn't always what you'd like, but we'd rather have the vaccines than not, so I want to thank Senator Wright. I know Tom Leake and Webster Barnaby are on the way, but as you see, there's a lot of folks in line to be able to come here. And look, we're really excited to be at Crane Lakes today. We were able to bring 4,000 Johnson & Johnson vaccines here and for seniors. So we're going to do this over the next 4 days and be able to, I think, make a really big impact. When we got the Johnson & Johnson, we didn't know whether there would be demand for that or people want the fight. We didn't know. There have been some reports in the press saying the J&J was not as effective. But in reality, it was 100% effective at preventing death and a serious illness, hospitalization. And so you may have a little bit more likelihood of getting a mild infection, but I mean, come on, that's not something that's going to hold anyone back. We're trying to save lives, and that's what the J&J has been proven to do. So when we did it, we said, let's do some sites for seniors offering J&J and see what the response has been. And fortunately, across the state, it's been very, very positive. And think about it. You get one dose, and then you can move on. You don't have to worry about scheduling the second dose like you do with Pfizer or Moderna. So we think it's something that is going to be good. And as you do some of these temporary sites, which we've done all across the state, when we did it, the first one we did was at Kings Point in Delray Beach, which was great. We did thousands of seniors. But you had to come back 3 weeks and do the booster shot for everyone, which is fine. We're happy to do that. But here, you do it, you can go somewhere else, and you know there's really no looking back with J&J. So we're really excited about it. What we're looking to do, if you look statewide, we've done millions of seniors with these shots in Florida. And we're going to have 3 million, we probably have had 3 million seniors at the reporting lags. So we're going to hit even the reporting with 3 million very soon. Well over 60% of all seniors in Florida have gotten shots. And here in Volusia, we're at 58%, and we believe this event will help push Volusia into the 60s. And what we want to see is, look, not everyone wants the shot, and that's totally fine. There's no mandate. It's your choice. But we definitely want to get every county, you know, in that 60, 65, 70% range for seniors. And we're excited that we think we're trending that way. There's only one county in the entire state of Florida with 100,000 people or more that has less than 50% of their seniors vaccinated. Hernando. It's very close. We're working on that. We've sent more vaccine there. The rest of below 50 are some of the rural areas, and we do have a rural program where we're trying to help that. But you look at some of these numbers with vaccinations. St. John's, 80% of seniors in St. John's vaccine. Leon, 74% of seniors. Palm Beach County, massive county, massive elderly population. We've done over 70% of seniors in Palm Beach County. You look at Alachua, almost 70%. Broward, really big county in Southwest Florida. 2/3, 67% of seniors, more than that, have been vaccinated. So we feel like we've got a lot of good momentum. And here's why this is important with seniors first. In Florida, the rolling 7-day case average of COVID cases for seniors 65 and up is down 84% from January 6th through March 8th, which is the last time we have the full. The rolling 7-day average for hospitalization for seniors is down 79% from February 3rd until March 8th. And so we think that's something that's really, really good. We're also excited because we've done millions of seniors, and we still, you know, whatever senior wants it, obviously we want to do it. You're going to continue to be eligible for it. But we're also in a situation, we're getting vaccine in. We've had the vast majority of seniors have gotten the shots. We're going to be able on Monday to lower the age to 60 for folks to be able to go do it. So yeah, there you go, right there. So we're going to do 60 on Monday, and because we're getting more vaccine on a weekly basis than we were getting 2 months ago. So we have an opportunity to do really hundreds of thousands of folks, 60 to 64, and we're still going to be doing some seniors who haven't gotten it yet. And I know there's different folks in different counties, depending on where you're at, where there may be more seniors that need it than others is almost tapped out. Once you hit about 80%, I think that's kind of been about the max. There's some folks that just decline it, and that's fine. So we're going to do that. But then I think and sometime in March, we'll be able to lower it to 55 and do that as well. And the bottom line is, once you get below 50 on this thing, unless you have serious health problems, I mean, the mortality is very, very low. So we really believe seniors first was the right way. Now getting it into 60, and then we will soon have an announcement, hopefully, to get it down to 55. Once you have the bulk of that, you're going to see these numbers continue to improve, and I think that's really, really exciting. As we go forward, it's important for people to understand, yes, a site like this is great. We've done them around the state. We've worked with houses of worship. We've worked with a lot of African-American churches in particular to bring vaccine to those communities. We've done stuff with counties, drive-through sites, all these other things. But one thing that's going to be, I think, most convenient, and we're going to have an expanding footprint, are these retail pharmacies. So right now, we're at 97 Walgreens around the state are offering the vaccine. 730 Publix pharmacies are offering the vaccine. 157 CVS pharmacies, 119 Walmart and Sam's Club, and then 43 Winn-Dixie. So in Volusia, we have 22 Publix pharmacies that offer the shots, 2 CVS's, 4 Walmarts, 1 Sam's Club, and 2 Winn-Dixies. So that's really convenient for people because that's in their communities and they're able to go do it. There he is. Webster Barnaby, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. So as the supply increases both to the state but the federal pharmacy program, we hope to expand. We want to have more CVS's. We want even more Walgreens. Publix that's a pretty big footprint. We could expand potentially with Walmart as well. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to make an appointment through one of the retail pharmacies, you can go to publix.com/COVID vaccine. For CVS, just cvs.com and click on their COVID link. Walmart is walmart.com/COVID vaccine. Sam's Club is samsclub.com/COVID. Winn-Dixie is winn-dixie.com/pharmacy/COVID-vaccine. And then Walgreens is just walgreens.com. So we hope to be able to have announcements next week and in the ensuing weeks as more and more of those stores offering shots. I think it's been something that's been very significant for an awful lot of people, and we're excited to be able to do it. One thing that people don't talk about that's important, we started weeks ago a homebound seniors program. We started inoculating Holocaust survivors and World War II veterans and Korean veterans. We've now done over 1,500 homebound seniors throughout the state of Florida. So we're excited about the progress here. I know a lot of seniors here. We're very happy to be able to do this, and we're just going to keep up the momentum. We're not getting any more J&J for this coming week, but we hope the next week the J&J shipments will resume. I know the production is going to start to pick up, but once we get into April, if the production is increasing as we hope, I think you're going to be in a situation where you're going to have this widely available. I mean, when this first started, we first did our first seniors, I mean, it was like melting down phone lines and websites because you had millions of people that wanted it, and we had like 150,000 shots available. Well, now you're going to be in a situation where there's going to be a critical mass between J&J, Pfizer, Moderna, and I think that'll be great for a lot of folks. Look, the uptake rate for people who are under 50 is going to be a lot less than people that are over 65, and that's fine. It's your choice. You can do it how you want. But I do think you're going to start to see the supply ramp up probably within the next 3 or 4 weeks. And we've already done better than we were 2 months ago, but I think it's going to come even more significantly. And that means if you're just working, if you're whatever you're doing, if you want to do it, I think you're going to be able to do it. Finally, I just want to say we're excited that Bike Week is happening here, that we got a lot of folks spending a lot of money. I am planning on making a pit stop and visiting with some of the folks after this event. I'm going to have the First Lady with me, and I'm going to have Madison and Mason, their first time sitting on a Harley. So hopefully we have good time with that. But I'm really excited about all the good stuff that's going on in Volusia County, and I want to thank these guys for working hard for their constituents. We really like. And then just finally, I was watching this speech last night about saying, oh, well, we may have to impose lockdown restrictions again. Biden said that. Let me just tell you, there's no lockdowns in Florida, okay? It's not going to happen. We're not letting anybody close. We're not going to let anyone close schools. We're not going to let anyone take your jobs. And we're not going to let anyone close your business. So don't worry about that in Florida. We really believe that having the kids in school has been important. We think people being able to work is important, and we think putting seniors first on vaccines has been very important as well. So we're excited about all that's going on, and we're definitely not going to be diverted by any of that talk. Yes, ma'am.
Governor DeSantis, you mentioned Bike Week with spring break here. How do you balance inviting visitors to come and enjoy what the state has to offer, while also pushing a message of safety as well?
So here's the thing. Florida's open, and people can make decisions based on information. But we're not going to have government dictate to people. And so if you want to come to Bike Week, come to Bike Week. If you don't, that's fine. No one's saying you have to come. And that's just how it's going to be. Common sense. That's right.
Governor, can you tell us, the President spoke last night about May 1st being a trigger date for all adults to be able to get vaccinated. Is Florida going to be prepared to handle that, or does that depend on a vaccine distribution?
Well, we anticipate having enough vaccine to be able to open up before May 1st. Would be my goal. If you look, the senior progress has been great. We've done millions of seniors. We'll have some more seniors that still need to go through, but we've gotten the vast bulk of them. I don't know, you guys, how many of you have had shots here? Yeah, see? There you go. See, most of them had it. So and then we think 60, 55. The 55 will happen sometime in March for sure. But I think as we get into April, we would be looking to do it. So I think it'll be certainly before May 1st, we'll be able to open up to all adults. And it's only for 18 and above for Pfizer, 16 and above for Moderna. I don't know J&J whether they did 16 or 18. But because I think part of it is for each 5-year period of people in Florida, it's between 1.5 million to 1.9 million people. The issue, though, is once you get below 45, it's going to be probably a third of the people are going to want it. The seniors, we have 2/3 to 70%, 75% want it. So it'll be expanded, but I think the demand will be a fraction of what the demand is for older people.
Do you have a concern about what the President was talking about regarding a timeline for people to potentially not have to concern themselves with social distancing or masking? He seemed to say that that's just as important as we continue with vaccines.
So here's what I would say. If you want people to get the vaccine, then you tell them you get the vaccine and then you live your life. When you tell them you have to abide by all these restrictions infinitum, then that tells somebody who's maybe 30 and why would you do that? So I think the public health messaging needs to be, and this is what some of the like Israel did, some of the other countries have done. And so so I think it's a little bit odd when you say get the vaccine, it's important, but then nothing changes when you get the vaccine. No, we think the vaccine's good, and we think the whole reason to get the vaccine is to be able to protect yourself, but then to be able to not have to worry like you've had to worry so often, so many times. And and I think we've cited the data in Florida with what's happening with seniors and the decline and all this. It's encouraging. Some of this could be natural, or most of it may be natural. This is a cyclical virus. But I believe the seniors first is causing it to go down more among seniors than it is the rest of the public. And so I think that there's some evidence that this thing's been really good. So we want to continue to do it. But the message has got to be, you get your shot, you're not going to have to be social distancing for the rest of your life. I mean, there's some people who do not want this to stop. And I don't understand that. Remember, they said it was 15 days to slow the spread. And now we're on day 358 or something like that now. So, we should be really thankful we have these vaccines and really good monoclonal antibodies, by the way. If you get it and you're in an at-risk group, you get treated with the monoclonal, it's had phenomenal results and phenomenal success. So we're so much, I mean, just think of where we were a year ago. No one knew anything. We had zero treatment that had been proven. Obviously, people were saying the vaccine would take years, and yet here we are. So, so I think there's a lot to be thankful for, and I'm optimistic about the way forward. One more.
Governor, I know you mentioned you've been surging the vaccine to particular communities. What numbers would you like to see them at, these communities that you're moving it to feel confident?
Yeah, so what we do is, I mean, we look at the coverage rates in each county for seniors, and as I mentioned, we have all of our counties but one that's non-rural, that's above 50%. Hernando, we did surge some there. It's helped. We need to get it. But here's how this, it's interesting. Highlands County was the second lowest senior coverage rate a week ago. We surged vaccine there, and now they're up to 54% from 38% of their seniors. So we did thousands and thousands and thousands of seniors there, and it's really been effective. You look at some of the other places that we surged to. I mean, Sarasota was at the bottom four weeks ago. Now they got 62% of their seniors. So I think we've basically had a lot of success. The counties that are below 50, they're improving, but we do have this rural program now where we're going out and doing it. I can tell you the demand is not uniform across every county in Florida. Some of the rural counties, the uptake isn't what it is in some of the suburban or the urban for whatever reason. And so that's fine. There's not going to be any mandate. So we've gone through and done that. You know, Marion, we were out on top of the world last week. They're now over 50% of their seniors have had it. They were at like 42, 43% last week. You look at Citrus, Pasco, we've been in Highlands, as I mentioned. We did Polk, we did Charlotte, Pinellas, Sumter. All these counties, not all counties have the same hospital infrastructure, medical infrastructure, but I think you look at some of this, we're really, really in good shape. Once we hit 2/3 of seniors, it doesn't mean that we're still offering always to seniors. But I think realistically, you do start to see the demand peter out. And we've seen it. St. John's is a good example. That's 79% of seniors, but they've been over 70 for like the last week or two. And it just really starts to trickle up because I think they've reached critical mass with all their vaccines. But bottom line is this. Florida, our unemployment is 4.9%. You know, you look at some of these other... It's 4.9%. 100% of parents have the right to send their kid to school in person. You look at some of these other lockdown states, they've got like 10 or 15% of the kids that can even go to school in person. You don't think that's going to have a long-term impact on their upbringing, on their lives, on their fabrics of those communities? It's going to be devastating that they haven't been able to be in school. And yet, you look at the senior citizens in Florida. If you look at the per capita mortality for COVID for seniors, Florida, 40 states have higher mortality for seniors than we do. And we have the most seniors. And we've really focused on putting seniors first. And I think that we're now in a situation where people are coming here because they like the quality of life. But I really believe standing up for our kids, standing up for these jobs, and standing up for our seniors, that's really what you need to be doing to be able to do well. So we're all very fortunate. I can tell you, I was in the gas station just now. A guy told me, he's like, man, I'm so glad to be here instead of where Michigan. He was from Michigan. Or I have people say that to me from California, all these places. They're coming here, and it's almost like you're in a different universe sometimes, the way it is. And so we're proud of that. We're proud to have kids in school. We're proud of people being able to be jobs. I wish they wouldn't have penalized us on the stimulus bill. Because our unemployment's lower, they're taking money from Florida and they're giving it to the lockdown states that have high unemployment. That's not fair, and I think that was a really big mistake. But we'll be fine. Throughout the whole time, I didn't touch one red cent from our rainy day fund here in Florida throughout this whole time. And so we're going to be fine. We're going to be able to get the job done on some of the key things that we need to do. And, we're looking forward to be able to come back here to Volusia County very soon. So I thank you guys for coming out. And I'm really glad these seniors are getting these shots. God bless everybody. Thank you.